Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here, welcome back to Revive the Witch. So, I've been experimenting still with PvP in regards to Kamui, and I've noticed that I didn't really, show her in a good light, considering where I've placed her, because I've experimented a little bit more the past few days, and it seems that Kamui's best position is up front. So what I did is that I basically swapped Kamui and Nannar together, and we're forming this team. Now, as you've seen from her stats from the last video, her stats in terms of tankiness may not be as good as someone that has a unique equipment. So when it comes to single target DPS, there's a pretty good chance that she might, poof much quicker. And although Ella does have similar defensive stats compared to Kamui at the moment, my only issue with Kamui right now is that I do not have a healing accessory, healing necklace or ring, which I can only get through the equipment box, which I haven't yet, and so she's going to be a little bit more squishy than normal. Another thing that I've also experimented on is the alternative teammates to Ella, and one of which that I'm mainly focused on is Amanami. And that's mainly Amanami with her unique equipment. Now, I only have it level 20 right now. I'm not considering buying a dupe to make it level 40 just yet, but it is pretty useful when it comes to PvE. And so if you are planning on using her for, Path Not Taken, for example, this is definitely a good investment to do, but I think I'll just wait for the rerun and just pull on it normally. So without further ado, we'll do one fight with the Ella and another fight with Amanami, and then a third fight with Tounel just to see. So as per usual, we're going to be in full auto, and then with Kamui up front, we're going to be dealing the AoE damage more often. As you can see there, the HP shred was relatively large, and then after that we just finish it off. So the team overall wasn't really that tanky to begin with, and so we were able to complete the fight in a relatively short amount of time. But as you can see, it's already an improvement compared to previous. Now, if we take a look here, the Solana is pretty beefed up. So we'll take a look at this comp with the same team with Ella, and then for the following ones, we'll switch to Amanami and Tounel. So as you can see from the start here, we'll see a little bit of HP drop from the start. Unless it already procced and it was healed. Okay, there we go, we saw it just now. And then we just finished it off with Nannar's S2. So as you can see, the combat time has definitely improved compared to previous. So since we're fighting the same comp again, let's just try it now with the alternative that I mentioned. So we're going to be using Amanami in this case, and I focused on, kind of DPS stats. Now, I don't really have good gear, so her crit damage isn't that high, but she does have good crit chance. And so the main plan for this is to utilize Amanami's S2, because everyone's HP is increased in PvP. And so once Amanami's charge skill is activated, we should be dealing a lot of AoE damage, as you saw there. Now, I don't know who dealt the most damage there, so we'll have to check through the combat log. So as you can see, Nannar Amanami did share a little bit of damage. Now, Amanami doesn't do any healing because the order gauge is prioritized by Kamui's barrier. And so we're not going to see any healing from Amanami. And for damage taken, it's mainly either the front or the back. Alright, so we'll try that again. Oh look, we have another same comp. So since we have the same comp again pretty much, let's try this with Tounel. So we'll do auto equip. Okay, 8.8k attack is the highest. So we'll do an auto on this one for auto, and then we'll see how this goes. Now at the moment, I don't think I will suggest Tounel at the moment, mainly because she might be a bit squishy, but offensively speaking, she is a relatively good alternative, because she will definitely heal the whole team. But in terms of PvP defense, which isn't really important, however, but yeah, for PvP, which isn't that important, the PvP defense, you can use Tounel for, I guess, faster offense. So this Alanya is definitely scary, and I would like to try out the Amanami in this comp. So theoretically speaking, we're aiming to defeat the Alanya comp through counters, I think, before the whole team gets wiped. So we'll just have to see how that works. So the whole team was definitely tanky, but we seem to manage to defeat the team pretty safely. So let's see the damage here. So Amanami's damage is relatively low, so I'm not sure if she's actually doing something, or maybe it is with the S2, because I think it only like procs once. So if it's only one proc and it does half the damage Nannar did, it might be pretty good. So I'll try again. Okay, it's the same comp. Very nice. So we'll try again with Ella, and then you can see for yourself the damage difference. All right, so we're fighting again. This one's a pretty beast Solania, so we are gonna get one shot if we're not careful, but we'll see what happens. All right, so once Solania does the AoE, I think that's when the counter comes in. Ooh. Okay, so I guess that does change things up a bit. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the AoEs and stuff, but Nannar and Ella did considerably less damage compared to Kamui in this instance. So I think the Amanami, spreads it out. Right, so we're fighting at Ella now, very tanky, which is a good test for... So, it would be a good test, but I know that if I were to use Ella, we're going to win anyway. So we're going to test out the Amanami and see how this goes. So since Amanami does extra damage based on max HP, since the Ella is relatively tanky, this might be a good opportunity to test this out. Alright, so we did a lot of AoE damage there, but we weren't able to finish them off. Oh, okay. I wonder where all that damage came from. I mean, that was definitely interesting. Let's see. Okay, so I guess Amanami does help. And she does heal the team, which is, you know, pretty nice. Alright, on our last fight, we'll go ahead with our Amanami comp again. And as you can see, this time we're fighting against a assassin. But this time we have Nannar at the rear, so we'll see how this pans out compared to before. Because before, the Kamui gets one shot by the Akasha, and it's left with Ella and Nannar. But now if you do it like this, we'll see how this goes. Because Catherine will still attack the front, and then it'll take a while for the first attack to proc, but Nannar's S2 will proc more often thanks to Akasha's attacks. And then the front line will attack Kamui, doing her S2. So in terms of combat time overall, I think it's improved. Definitely. As you can see, Nannar's the MVP in damage in this case because Kamui wasn't really attacked. But yeah, so as you can see overall, I think in terms of replacements, you don't need Ella. You can if you want. She does add a little bit, an extra layer of safety, I guess, in defense if you have her with her unique equipment and maxed out. But there it is. We've already done 8 PvP battles for today, so that's enough fun. Feels bad. But yeah, that's all I've got time for this video. If you guys got any questions regarding the comp again, hopefully this update video on PvP will give you guys a better light, a better understanding in Kamui. And that I didn't use her that well last video, and that I believe her best position is up front. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.